Good afternoon, all the participants. I welcome all of you in the International Conference on Data Science in Biology. My name is Arpit Yadav. Today, I am going to give you overall gist about the world of data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. And today, as we are learning about how we are applying the data science in the biology concept, so I will be also giving one gist about the project of cancer detection using machine learning algorithm, how actually we people are working into the companies. So I will be explaining you the overall concept in the most easy way. So I welcome again all the participants. I hope that you people are doing well and safe with your family during this pandemic situation. First of all, before starting the session, I would like to say something. Whenever we are learning any technology in the world, any new technology in the world, always ask the three questions to ourselves. Okay, whenever we are interested to learn any technology, three questions we have to ask ourselves. What are those three questions? First question is, what is this technology about? Second question is, why companies are using this technology and why this technology is very famous in the market? And the third question is, after upgrading the skills in this technology, what are the advantages that I will get after upgrading the skills in this technology, either in terms of job or either in terms of research? So let's start the today's session in the most effective way. Before starting the session, I would like to give something short overview about me. My name is Arpit Yadav. I did my BE in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering and MTech in VLSI Design. Currently, I am pursuing my PhD in Machine Learning. I did my post-graduation program in the world of artificial intelligence of experience. Parallelly, due to my passion, I am having the 8 year of experience in the corporate training. Recently, I have been awarded as an Inspirational Scientist Award in Artificial Intelligence. I am having the 3 patent, out of which 2 Indian patent in artificial intelligence domain and 1 Australian patent in artificial intelligence. I am having 5 plus topmost international journal papers on the machine learning and deep learning topic. I did 70 plus certification in the world of data science, Python, machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. Currently, I am working as a research scientist in artificial intelligence and machine learning at Tensor Brew, Hyderabad. I am also working as a thesis supervisor at Upgrade, Bangalore. I am mentoring certification program in artificial intelligence and machine learning by ENICT Academy, IIT Guwahati. I'm also associated as a subject matter expert at White Pandas Technology for Data Science in Bangalore. I am associated as a freelancer live session expert and mentor in artificial intelligence and machine learning at Factual AI Bangalore. I'm also associated as a freelancer data scientist at Sudiksha Analytics Hyderabad. And I'm also giving consultation in artificial intelligence and machine learning domain at IIoT Labs Nagpur. And due to my passion that I want to impart my knowledge to the upcoming generation, I'm also working as a corporate trainer in the data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. So this is a short overview about me. Now let's start our today's talk. That is, what is the world of data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI, and how we are applying this concept in the biological world. So first of all, it is very necessary to understand what is the world of data science. Then we can apply this concept to the different applications. That is, biology is one of them. So let's understand the overall process. So in the very first slide, I have given the 3 questions to you. So that 3 questions in terms of data science and machine learning will become like that. First question is, what is this data science and machine learning technology? Second question is, why the companies are using this technology and why it is so much famous? Because right now it is a top trending technology in the world. And the third question is, after upgrading the skills in the world of data science and machine learning, what kind of opportunities are waiting for me in the market in any terms, either in terms of job or either in terms of research? So I will be answering this all question in the most easy way. I will be explaining this overall world of data science in most easy way, so that if any non-technical person is attending my talk today, he will also understand that. So I will be explaining in most easy way. Don't worry. So I will be covering who can learn data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. What is exactly the meaning of data science and machine learning in the company? Why it is so much famous nowadays, technical point of view? How this technology is impacting our day-to-day life, and using this technology and what is the components we are using in data science, what are the data science process, and after upgrading the skills in the data science, what are the job role available in the market, what tools we are using in the data science and machine learning world, what are the application and challenges. So I will be covering all this process in the most easy way. So first of all, it is very necessary to understand the world of data science, machine learning and AI. Then I will be explaining you how we are applying this concept for the cancer detection using machine learning algorithm. So let's start the session. Whenever I am giving my talk across the world, so I am having the very good questions from the participant that who can learn the data science. The major question that I am getting from the participant that who can learn the data science, and in that major question, this is the question. Many experienced candidate is asking me a doubt. I am having XYZ, I am having N year of experience. I am from XYZ field. Fresher student, those who are recently passed out, they are asking me the question, I am passed out from XYZ branch. Undergraduate students are asking the question, I am learning from this branch. So whether it is possible for me to learn the data science or not, or if it is possible, then what is the right time to learn this technology? So I am having the very interesting thing to show you people. I will be giving this answer by showing some very interesting thing that will be called as a motivation for us. The interesting thing is, he is Mr. Siddharth Pili. He is Mr. Siddharth Pili, 7th standard student, working as a data scientist in Hyderabad. I am also working in Hyderabad. This news is correct news and true news because his what we can say interview has been telecast by many news channel. He is Mr. Siddharth Pili, 7th standard student working as a data scientist in company. Similarly, he is Mr. Tanmay Bakshi, 16-year-old boy, 16-year-old boy. He is an international personality. He is very famous. He is working as an AI researcher with IBM company. Only 16-year-old boy. And he is giving talk across the world in the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning. You can search about him after my talk. So he is Mr. Tanmay Bakshi, working as an AI engineer with IBM company. And finally, he is Mr. Sarang Sumesh. He is 8-year-old boy. 8-year-old boy making the artificial intelligence robot. Again, he is very famous. His episode has been telecast by History News channel. So he is 8-year-old boy making the artificial intelligence robot. Now I want to ask the question to the participant: if small children can learn this technology, then why we can't? Why we can't learn this technology? Answer is very simple. Anyone can learn this data science and machine learning technology. Only the things required are learning attitude and your time and patience. If you are having the learning attitude and time and patience, so obviously you will be learning this technology in the most easy way. And finally, who can learn this technology? Anyone can learn this technology. That I will guide you in the most easy way. And what is the right time to learn this technology? Already we are late. If we are interested to learn the data science and machine learning world, so already you people are late. We have to start from today, because nowadays school children are learning this technology and they are doing so much good. Then it is our responsibility that we should upgrade our knowledge in this technology. Now let's go for the next process. Why this technology is very famous? Why every company is using this technology, data science and machine learning? Because if you search in the Google also, this is a top trending technology and hottest technology in the market. So because all the multinational companies in the world are having the huge amount of databases with them. Again, I am saying all the majority company, all the multinational companies in the world are having the huge volume of data with them. And from that data, company want to make a business. That's why company has declared that data is their fuel of 21st century. And because of that data which is stored in their databases, huge volume of data, they want to make a business from that by solving so many projects. How? Because they want to solve the problem of demand and supply. That's what they have declared. Data science and machine learning is a very attractive career, because data science and machine learning is changing our technology, and it is changing our world in so many aspects. And because of this overall reason, company has declared that data science is the future. Data science is the future. Now the question is arising in your mind that what is the exact data science from company point of view? because we people heard the science word so many times. So what is the exact meaning of data science? So I think that responsibility that I will be explaining data science in most easy way so that non-technical person can also understand. So what is a data science? What is data science? Data science is nothing but science of data to make a business. Very simple. What is data science? Data science is a science of data to make a business, because we are making data work for you. That is a what we can say practical approach of data science. So now the question is arising in your mind that how we are going to make a business and what kind of science of data you are talking about. Now let's understand this process again in the most easy way. Just remember as per now, what is data science? Data science is the science of data to make a business. How we are making the business, that I will be answering. Now break the data science into two part. Break the data science into two part. Data is separate and science is separate. Now, according to the company, what do you mean by data? According to all the company in the world, data is divided into two categories: structured data and unstructured data. Again, what do you mean by structured data and unstructured data? Structured data means very simple. In your computer, suppose you are having Excel sheet, okay, and any information is fed in that Excel sheet. For example, any college is having the Excel sheet, and they have a student information in that Excel sheet. All information is filled correctly. All information is that kind of data is called as well formatted data. Now what do you mean by unstructured data? Video, audio, and text. That is unstructured data. Again, I am repeating, what is unstructured data? Data available in the form of images, video, audio, and text. That is unstructured data. So according to one analysis, it has been said that out of 100% data available in the world, 70 to 75% of data is unstructured data, or we can say 80% of data is the unstructured data in the world. Now, what the data science people are doing? Now we know that data is available in the form of structure and unstructured. So what the data science professional is doing in the company, they are applying science to that data. Science means what? Some technical process to that data, so that data will giving you the hidden information. Okay, and from that hidden information, company is making the business. So see, very simple. Companies having the huge amount of data available with them, structure and unstructured. Majority category is unstructured data. So company is want to make a business. How they want to make a business? So in the company, they are hiring the data science professional. And what is the responsibility of data science professional? They are applying some technical process to that huge volume of data. And after applying that technical process, data is going to reveal the hidden information from that. That means what data is trying to tell you. Huge volume of data is available. What data is trying to tell you? So that hidden information, that data science professional is finding, and from that hidden information, company is making a business. So very simple. What is data science? Science of data to make a business. Every company is using the data to make a business. And finally, we can say like that, data science is an art. Data science is an art to find the insight from the data. That is a data science process. Now again, the question is arising in your mind that how the company is gathering the data, how companies having the huge volume of data along with them. So for that purpose, we people are responsible. How we people are responsible for that? Because you people are under observation. For example, if you are typing the messages in WhatsApp and Facebook, if you are uploading the photo in Facebook and if you all the generation is uploading the videos in TikTok, you are doing any online activity that is purchasing the any so you are doing e-commerce website, you are doing the online activity in e-commerce website like Amazon, either Ola and Uber. If you want to go somewhere, you are ordering the food from Zomato and Swiggy. So it indicates that you people are generating the huge volume of data, and your data has been collected by that company. You are safe, you are having the password in your phone, but whenever we are downloading any app, so that app is asking, please allow to share your gallery, please allow to share your contact, and we people are happily saying yes, yes. So our data has been leaked. We are sending our data to the companies. So it indicates that we people are responsible for generating the huge volume of data, and companies are observing you. One more example, after my talk, what you can do, just go to the Amazon app. If you are having Amazon app in your mobile, just go to any product but don't purchase that product. Go to that product but don't purchase that, and come out of the Amazon app. After 2 hour or 3 hour, when you will go into other app, social media app, you will find that same product will be highlighted there. So it indicates that Amazon company has observed your activity, that one user has entered into the Amazon app, view one product, but didn't purchase that product, might be due to certain reason. So it is a responsibility of Amazon to show that product in the different social media where you are logging, to motivate you to purchase that product. So that is one kind of data science. Okay, so you people are under observation, and every day, intentionally and unintentionally, we people are generating the huge volume of data. Okay, intentionally and unintentionally, we people are generating huge volume of data. Nowadays, political parties are using data science to win the election. How? Whenever political party is posting the post in Facebook, and suppose we are liking or putting any comment on that post, so that comment or any like is analyzed by the company, and after analyzing, they are giving the report to political party that this post has 80% of positive review. So you are going in right direction. So that's the one example I'm sharing with you. So in this way, you people are generating the huge volume of data, and according to one estimate, it is said that up to the year 2025, every day we individual will be generating 463 billion GB data together in the world every day. So you can imagine 463 billion GB data we are going to generate. So for that purpose, company is having the big server to store that data. Hence, because of the data science world, cloud computing technology is also booming in the market. Cloud computing means what? Big servers are available at the different corners of the. So that's the data science. Because of this reason, data is declared as a new oil, information, and asset in the company. We people are living in the 21st century, and we are enjoying the industry revolution 4.0. We are enjoying the industry revolution 4.0, and industry revolution 4.0 has been declared the era of machine learning and data science. Up to this slide, I am saying that every company is having the huge volume of data. Because of that, they have declared that data is the new oil, information, and asset. And industry revolution 4.0 is the era of data science and machine learning. That's why this technology is very famous. Majority of project available in this company, majority of research going on in this world, that is data science and machine learning. And hence, because of this reason, we are enjoying the data science world today. After that, many international organizations and research institute has done the analysis on data science and machine learning. Harvard University is one of them. So Harvard University has already given the report that according to their study and analysis, they have declared data scientist is the sexiest job of 21st century. Why? Because nowadays our all majority companies are doing the outsourcing project, and we are giving the outsourcing project to America, Europe, Germany, UK, and so on. So in that country also, data science is the topmost professional. Data science is the topmost professional. That's why there is a, again, reason that India is having the majority of data science job or data science project. So in this way, we are having the huge volume of data science, we can say, opportunities in the market. Nowadays, you're observing majority of universities are opening the data science and machine learning branches in the undergraduate program. So that's what I am suggesting the participant, those who are fresher, those who are listening my talk, please choose data science and machine learning is one of the career field, because anyhow in future you want to learn this technology, because company will be asking you to upgrade your knowledge in this technology. Now, finally, how this technology is impacting our day-to-day life? As I said, intentionally and unintentionally, we people are surrounded by the world of data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. How? Every company in the world is using this technology. For example, automation industry. They are making the driverless car. Google has made the driverless car. Tesla has made the driverless car. Uber has made the driverless car. They have started their services also outside India. Social media are using the machine learning and artificial intelligence and data science. Marketing industries are using. Banking industries are using to detect the fraud. Sales industry, healthcare industry, traveling industries are using the data science and machine learning. After that, e-commerce industry, manufacturing, finance, and so on. It indicates that we people are surrounded intentionally and unintentionally by this technology. You are not knowing that you are using that technology, but you are using that technology every day intentionally and unintentionally. That's what data science is impacting your day-to-day life. And these are the other industry where data science is also impacting their process. That is healthcare, robotics, cyber security, education, and so on. All this industry, in fact, I will say that no industry is left in the world. Those who are not planning to diverse themselves in the world of data science and machine learning, because this is a profit nowadays. So working with the data science and AI is a profit. So up to this process, up to this slide, it is very clear that what is data science? Data science is the process to find the hidden information from the data. And that data may be from the any industry. Today, I am going to explain you the biology after my talk. So our data will be from biological industry. Data science process means what? What is a data science process? We will be applying our technical knowledge to that biological data to find the hidden information. So this is the process we are following in the company. And what kind of data we are having in the company? We are having the structured and unstructured data in the company. So this is the process we people are following in the company. And finally, that why this technology is famous technical point of view, why data science is very famous from technical point of view. After my talk, again I'm asking the participant, please search in the Google that what is machine learning. You will came to know that data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, that means is already introduced to the world in the year of 1959. Again I'm repeating, the word machine learning has already introduced to the world in the year of 1959. Why it is famous today? Why it was not famous in 1959? Why it is famous today? Because there are some reasons are there. Some factors are responsible for that. And these are the reason. These are the reason for that. If anyone asks you in future, why machine learning and data science is very famous nowadays, you have to give these four answers. This technology is famous nowadays because of these four reasons. First reason is availability of data. As I said, today data generation is very easily. On a single click, we are generating huge volume of data. Second reason is we are having powerful computer systems today. When I am talking about powerful computer systems, so powerful computer systems in two ways. That is memory capacity and processor capacity. Memory capacity means our computer should have a good memory capacity and good processor like GPU. Then only we can able to do a data science and deep learning project. Third is powerful algorithm. Today in the company we are having powerful algorithm. The world of machine learning, that is algorithm means the world of machine learning and deep learning, where we are applying algorithm to the data. So the data is going to give you hidden information. And the last reason is open source software tool. So these are the four reasons which is very famous. And because of these four reasons, data science and machine learning and deep learning is famous nowadays. And open source software tool means what? Many participant is having misconception that what is the open source software tool? They are saying that open source software tool means freely downloadable. Yes, free downloadable is the one of the feature of open source tool. But I will be explain this open source in a very easy example. Python language is an open source language. Python language. So Python language is open source. So how it will be helpful for us? So let's see the example. Actually, let's take an example. If we are an expert in Python language, all the participants are expert in Python language. So anyone in the world can contribute to the development of Python language. How? Suppose you are making one library in the Python language, which is written by you, and no one has written that library in the world. You have written that library. After that, you are giving that library to the Python professional community for approval. Now that Python professional community will view your library and they came to know that yes, this library is very useful for society. So when the next version of Python will be launched, your library will be included in that. So in this way, as a single individual, you can contribute to the development of that language, and that is the meaning of open source software tool. Anyone can contribute to the development of that tool. That is the meaning of open source tool. So because of this 4 reasons, this technology is very famous. Now finally, if you want to learn this technology, and up to artificial intelligence, you want to learn this technology. So this is a smart roadmap. This is a smart roadmap to learn artificial intelligence. You cannot directly learn artificial intelligence without learning this deep learning, machine learning, and so on. So I will be explaining this diagram in the again most easy way. Let's take an example. Artificial intelligence is the 5-floor building. It is a 5-floor building. Artificial intelligence is the 5th floor name, and you want to go to 5th floor. So how you will go? You will not bring the helicopter and directly go to 5th floor. That is a wrong approach. What is the right approach? You will go stepwise. That means first you will go to the first floor, that is the floor of language. Many language available in the world. Python, Java, R language, MATLAB language, many language available. But why I have written here Python? Because Python is the most dominant language in the world. It is very easy to understand, and majority of project in the company is in Python language. So after learning Python language, we have to learn data science. That we are talking, that is our talk is on data science today. So data science is nothing but science of data to make a business. So we are analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting the data of any project. I will be explaining after this slide, don't worry. So second, you want to learn data science and mathematics, because mathematics is the soul of machine learning and deep learning and AI. After learning data science and mathematics, learn machine learning. After learning machine learning, learn deep learning. After learning deep learning, learn AI. So these are the smart way you have to learn the artificial intelligence, because this is the relationship between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Artificial intelligence is the bigger umbrella, whereas machine learning is the subset of artificial intelligence, and deep learning is the subset of machine learning. Now, again, the question is arising in your mind that what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning? So again, I will be explaining this concept in the most simple way. What is artificial intelligence? Very simple. Artificial intelligence, it is a process to make such a machine which behave like human. That is AI. Again, I am repeating. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence means it is a process to make such a machine which behave like human. Now the definition of artificial intelligence lies in the word itself, artificial intelligence. Break artificial intelligence into two parts, artificial and intelligence. So what we are doing, we are providing intelligence to the machine artificially. That is the world of artificial intelligence. Second word is machine learning. Again, very simple. What do you mean by machine learning? Machine learning means machine is learning from the data, past data. And after learning from the past data, machine is ready for prediction for future data. That is machine learning. Very simple. Again, I am saying break the machine learning into two parts, machine and learning. Who is machine? Participant is thinking that machine may be a computer. Yes, computer is one of the machine. But Alexa is also one machine. Sophia robot is one machine. Robot is the machine. Drone is the machine. So machine may be anything. That machine is learning from what? Machine is learning from the data. That's what in the previous slide I have shown you this, that machine learning depends on data, because machine is going to learn from the data. So machine learning means learning from the past data and predicting for future data. And finally, deep learning. What do you mean by deep learning? The world of neural network. See why this neural network came into existence? Because the neural network came into existence because scientists are inspired from our human body. Inside our human body, there are billion of neurons available, and all neurons are responsible for making the communication with each other, and that's why our human body is functioning. So by taking the inspiration of neuron, scientists has made the artificial neuron, and that world is called as deep learning world. So in the world of deep learning, we are learning from the data. That means who? Neural network is learning from the data and predicting for future data. So that is the relationship between AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So what is AI? AI is the process to make such a machine which behave like human. What is machine learning? Machine learning means learning from the past data and predicting for future data. Similarly, deep learning means what? World of neural network. We are learning from the data, that is neural network is learning from the data and predicting for future data. That is the process of deep learning. Now, finally, when you are planning to learn this technology, so you are making a plan. So first plan is language. So when you will be learning this technology and searching in a Google, what are the top 10 skills in the world, you will find artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning on the topmost. Always remember, whatever the searches you will do in the Google blindly, you will find always artificial intelligence and machine learning is on the top. Similarly, if you search in the Google, what are the top 10 programming language in the world, you will find Python on the top. You will find Python on the top because it is so easy language to learn. Anyone can learn this language. Now, finally, I will be explaining the project flow whenever any project is coming to us in the company. So how we professional are working in the company in the world of data science, machine learning and AI. And I will be explaining this project flow with the help of one example of the biological example only. Let's say cancer detection. So I will be explaining this project flow, that is the workflow of artificial intelligence in the industry. Now let's take an example. All the participant, we are an employee of one company, of machine learning company. That given us one project learning algorithm, cancer detection using machine learning algorithm. So what our team will do? First of all, as we are employee of the company, so company is having different team. So our project name is cancer detection using machine learning algorithm. So very first responsibility of our team is that we have to collect the data related to cancer patient, because we have to work on machine learning. So machine learning and data science and AI is totally data dependent. So first, our responsibility is that we have to collect the data related to our project. And our project is cancer patient detection using machine learning algorithm. So we are collecting the data related to cancer patient. So that team in the company is called as big data engineering. See this diagram. There are three blocks in this diagram, A, B, C. Block number A, block number B, and block number C. What is block number A? Block number A name is big data engineering. So this team is responsible in the company for collecting the data related to your project, and our project name is cancer detection. So this team is collecting the data related to cancer patient from the hospitals, real-time data. And they are using the tools for collecting this data, technological tool called SQL, Hadoop and Spark. So that's why it is called as big data engineering, because they are collecting huge volume of data of cancer patient, huge volume, not 10 or 20. They are collecting lakh number of cancer patient data from the hospitals. And finally, after collecting the data, they are keeping the data in the database in the company. At a very starting, I said that companies having huge volume of data of different industries in their databases. So here, this team is collecting the cancer patient data and keeping in the database. Now, after that, this A team is giving the data to the B team. The B team is the hero of our today's world. And we are talking about that only today, data science and machine learning world. So what that B team is doing, that B team, first team is data science team. In the B team, first team is data science team. What is data science team will do? Data science team will analyze, visualize and interpret that cancer patient data. Again, I am repeating, that A part has collected the data and they have keep the data in database of cancer patient. Now B part, B team will be doing, what is the responsibility of B team? In the B team, first team is data science team. The data science team will analyze, visualize and interpret the cancer patient data. For that purpose, they are using the tool called Python and other visualization tool called Tableau and Power BI. Visualization means observing the graph. So the data science team is having the responsibility of analyzing, visualizing and interpreting the cancer data, cancer patient data. And this process in the company is called as data cleaning. This process in the company is called as data cleaning. And after cleaning the cancer patient data, they are giving to machine learning team and deep learning team or AI team. And this team is responsible for applying algorithm to that data, algorithm to the cancer patient data, so that that data will reveal the hidden information. So when this data science team will clean the cancer patient data with the help of Python language, they will give this data to machine learning team, where machine learning team will apply the algorithm to cancer patient data, so that cancer patient data will reveal the hidden information. What is that hidden information? That machine is learning from that data. Which data? Cancer patient data. So when we apply the algorithm to the data, so data will process through that algorithm. This concept is called as machine learning. That machine is learning from cancer patient data. That if this is the medical input of the patient, then patient has the cancer. If this is the medical input of the patient, patient does not have a cancer. That is the hidden information. And that hidden information, machine learning will give. So see the block number B, output of machine learning is a model. So this model is having the hidden information of cancer patient data. And that hidden information is available in our computer in the company. Okay, in my laptop, for example, I am working on that project, so it is available in my laptop. So how do I make sure that project is applicable to common public, so that common public can also avail the facility of that project? Suppose my model is working very perfectly after doing a lots of testing. So at that portion, we are using the part number C, deployment team, cloud computing team. So this deployment team is responsible for converting your model, which is available in your computer, in the form of app or website. Deployment team is converting the model which is available in your computer in the form of app or website with the help of cloud computing. Now let's take an example. We have converted our cancer patient model in the form of app with the help of cloud computing. This cloud computing is AWS, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, or Microsoft Azure. Any one of them we can use, and we have converted in the form of app. Now that app is available in the Play Store. So you will download, or common public will download that app, cancer patient detection. So after downloading that app will ask a medical input. That app will ask a medical input. We are feeding the medical input to that app. And finally that app will give the output, you are not having cancer. So in this way, in the company we are working. I have explained one just simple workflow, how we are working in the company in any project. And I have taken the example of biological project, but after my talk, I will be showing how the cancer we are detecting with the help of one practical example also. I have prepared that file for you people. Thus, I will finish my talk today. So this is the workflow. And in this workflow, we came to know that part number A, big data engineering team is responsible for collecting the data related to project. They are using the tool called SQL, Hadoop, and Spark. Part number B, team is responsible, that is data science team, is responsible for analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting the data related to project. For that purpose, they are using the tool called Python or other visualization tool called Tableau and Power BI. The word analyzing, interpreting, and visualizing in the company is called as data cleaning. Is called as data cleaning. That is the data science in the company, cleaning the data. Okay, so that is the process we are following in company. And this diagram is showing that before giving data to the machine learning team, we are cleaning the data. And I am sharing one knowledge with you people. In the world of data science and machine learning, whenever we are working on any project, so 70% of time we are spending on data cleaning. Why? Because the more you will clean the data, the more machine learning will learn effectively. So always remember, data cleaning means what? Analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting the data. For example, you are having Excel sheet of cancer patient data in which some information is missing. So you are filling that information by your knowledge. That is called as data cleaning process. Okay, that is one of the example I have given to you. So 70% of time we are spending in the company's data cleaning. And after cleaning the data, we are giving this data to machine learning team, as I said. And this machine learning team is responsible for applying algorithm to that data. And when that algorithm is learning from the data, that concept is called as machine learning. And after applying that algorithm to data, that algorithm will find hidden information from that. And for that purpose, we are using the tool called Python or other domain knowledge that I will explain you. So Python language we are using, and mathematics knowledge we are using, because algorithms are made from mathematics. And now finally, as I said, quality input decide quality output. The more quality input machine learning will get, more quality output machine will give. So this quality output is nothing but hidden information in terms of model. So output of part number B is a model. That model is we are getting from the machine learning team, and that model is having hidden information. And that hidden information we are giving to a deployment team for converting that model in the form of app or website. And for that purpose, we are using the tool called Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, or Microsoft Azure. So this is the process we people are doing in the company. And finally, I have explained you the overall workflow. Whenever we are working on any project in the world of data science, suppose you are working on automation industry project, collect the data of automation industry and follow this process in this diagram. First, collect the data of that project and store that data. After that, do the data preparation called as data cleaning. After that, explore the data, observe the graph. After that, apply the algorithm to the data and do the prediction. Now you people are suppose from the background of biology. This process is common. This is applicable to all the industry in the world. Only domain is changing. Now you people are working in biological domain. So if you are working on any project, so first collect the data related to that project and then apply this process. This process, that is collect the data and store the data of that project, clean the data, observe the data, apply the algorithm to the data and go for the prediction. So this is the process we are following in the company. That means this whatever I explained in the part number ABC is the same 7 step of machine learning world. First, gather the data related to project, prepare the data, that is clean the data, choose a model means choose a algorithm. When we are applying the algorithm, that algorithm will learn from that data, and that is called as training. And after that, once the model got trained or machine got trained, you have to check that machine is working properly or not. That is evaluation, testing. And after that it is working properly, then go for prediction. So this is the process we are following. Same this process, if you search in the internet, you will get this also. So all those things which I have explained in this diagram, all those things which I have explained in this diagram, this diagram, this diagram, this diagram and this diagram is same. Discovery means what? Collect the data related to project. Data preparation means what? Clean the data. That is analyzing, visualizing and interpreting the data. Model planning and model building means what? Apply the algorithm to data. And operation means what? After applying the algorithm to data, data will give the model as an output and check that model is working properly or not. That is operation. And communication result means what? After getting the good prediction, you are communicating the result with your stakeholders in the company. That is the process we are following. Discovery means collection of data. Data preparation means data cleaning in the company. So world of data science means data cleaning. Okay, just keep one word in your mind. After that, model planning and model building means what? Applying the algorithm to the data. Operationalize means test the output of the algorithm and communicate the result with your stakeholder. So finally, if this process we have gone through, whatever the raw data of our project is available, we are giving that raw data to data science team. That data science team will prepare the data, analyze, visualize and interpret. That is data cleaning. After cleaning the data, they are giving the clean data to machine learning team. That machine learning team will apply the algorithm to the data. Data will give the model as output, and that model we are deploying to the common public with the help of cloud computing. So this process we have gone through, and finally, exactly when we will start working on the project. Okay, when we will start working on the project. So whenever data is available of cancer patient, for example, you are having the Python language and data science knowledge. So you will analyze that data first. After analyzing, you will come to know what happened in that data. That kind of analysis is called as descriptive analysis. Whenever we start analyzing in one project, practical, so you will come to know what happened in that data by applying Python language or data science knowledge to that data. So you came to know what happened. So this kind of analysis is called as descriptive analysis. Finally, further you are going for analysis, you came to know why did it happen. That kind of analysis is called as diagnostic analysis. Finally, again, you are going for further analysis, that after what happened and why did it happen, further analysis you are going, that is predictive analysis, that is the world of machine algorithm. So always remember, predictive analysis means machine learning. What could happen in future? That means you want to do prediction. So after doing and applying the machine learning, then we are giving the recommendation, that is called as prescriptive analysis, how to make it happen. And finally, the world of AI called as cognitive analysis. If you want to make a product of AI, cognitive analysis, what to do, why to do, and how to do. So these are the just theoretical process I have shared with you. And finally about the tools, as I said, every day number of tools are coming in the market. Today we are enjoying the Python language in the company. Who knows, after 3 years one new language will come in the market. Okay, so we have to learn that language. So always keep upgraded yourself or your knowledge with the recent tools, because tools are every day evolving in the companies. And finally, this is the data science skill set we are looking from the professional. In the world of data science, person should have the knowledge of mathematics, not complete mathematics, only 4 chapters. That is the probability, calculus, statistics, and linear algebra. Again, I am repeating, only 4 chapters we should know: statistics, probability, calculus, and linear algebra. Then machine learning knowledge you should know, algorithm, the world of algorithm. Computer science knowledge you should know. Computer science means, does not mean computer science branch. Computer science means one language knowledge, either Python, R, or MATLAB. So if you are having the knowledge of Python only, that is sufficient. Even though I don't know R language, I don't know R, I only know Python. So you should know the language knowledge, then data cleaning knowledge, and then you are ready for job. Domain expertise means what? Now let's take an example. Today I am giving the talk to you people in data science and in biological term. Biology is not my domain. I don't know biology, honestly speaking. I know data science. But if suppose people in the company don't know the domain, suppose today I explain you cancer patient data. We are engineer. I am not a doctor. So when the data is given to me, so it is not is possible for me. What is that variable about? I don't know. So for that purpose, companies are taking the help from domain expert. That means directly from the doctor. So we people, that means in the company, data science and machine learning scientists are sitting with the domain expert, and then we are discussing together to solve the project. Similarly, today you people are the biological domain. For example, I am from the data science domain. So you and me will be sitting together. That is a domain expertise. You are having domain expertise, for example. So this is the skill set. As I said, statistics knowledge you should have. Domain knowledge is important. Visualization, advanced computing, and data engineering. Now, finally, once you are having all this knowledge of these statistics, visualization, that is observing the graph, machine learning and deep learning knowledge, then you people are job ready. And for that purpose, after learning the Python language, you have to learn the data science. These are the 7 libraries in the world of data science. Without learning Python, you cannot learn data science library. So that's why remember that my 5 floor diagram. First learn the Python, then learn the data science. By the use of these 7 libraries in the world of data science, you are going to do the data analysis, that is data cleaning. So these are the library: Pandas, SciPy, NumPy. I'm not going in technicality deep. Only I'm showing just for the sake of information. After learning the data science, learn machine learning. These are the 4 types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement. Okay, these are the 4 types of machine learning. That is algorithm. Inside this, all 4 type algorithms are there. After learning this machine learning, learn deep learning. That is the world of neural network. And these are the 4 different architectures of neural network. Okay, unsupervised pre-trained network, CNN. Whenever we are working on project of images and video, then CNN architectures are used. Recurrent neural network. Whenever we are working on the project called languages, texting, that is Twitter, or suppose we are writing the messages in WhatsApp, text data, then RNN is used. And finally, recursive neural network. So these are the architecture of neural network of deep learning. After learning the deep learning, these are the libraries we are using in the deep learning world. Might be this are the technological term to you people, guys. Don't worry. Just I'm showing for the sake of information. If in future, if you are planning to learn machine learning and deep learning, these are the words are going to encounter in front of you. So in this, you don't have to learn all the word. All the blue color text are the name of libraries. Only 5 library you want to learn. Which are those? On the left hand side column, top 2 library, that is scikit-learn and TensorFlow. And from the bottom, from the same bottom 2 library, that is Keras and PyTorch. And on the right side column, CNTK. Only 5 library if you learn, you are job ready. You are job ready. And finally, after learning deep learning, learn the AI world. Artificial intelligence are divided into 3 categories: artificial narrow or weak intelligence, artificial general or strong intelligence, and artificial super intelligence. As I said, remember the definition of AI. Very simple. Artificial intelligence is the process to make such a machine which behave like human. So what we are trying to do, we are providing intelligence artificially to the machine. Now finally we are comparing human intelligence with artificial intelligence, that is machine intelligence. So we came to know that after comparing, when we compare machine intelligence with human intelligence, we came to know that today still machine intelligence are far behind than human intelligence. Machine is only ahead with compared to human intelligence in two aspects. First is memory capacity and second is faster calculation. For example, we human being cannot remember 100 mobile number, but machine can remember crore mobile number. Machine can do a faster task than us. So on that, machine is ahead than us. But in terms of emotion, that is, we human being can feel the emotions strong as compared to machine. So when we compare human intelligence with machine intelligence, we came to know that today also machine is far behind that human intelligence. That category is called as artificial weak intelligence, narrow intelligence. That means we still didn't able to make such a machine which can beat human intelligence in all aspects. That is narrow intelligence. Finally, scientists are trying their level best to make such a machine which completely behave like human. That kind of category is called as strong intelligence. That means a day will come where human intelligence will exactly equal to artificial intelligence. That is machine intelligence. And finally, a day will come, that is the most dangerous one. A day will come where machine will be completely surpassing the human intelligence in all aspects. That is called as artificial super intelligence. So these are the process I have explained to you, all of you, up to the artificial intelligence. And finally, after upgrading the skills in the world of AI, that these are the tools are needed to get a job or to do a research in the field of data science. First, learn the Python. Then second, learn the libraries of Python, that is data science library, that is Panda, Matplotlib, Scikit-learn, and so on. After that, learn the 4 types of machine learning algorithm. After that, learn the architecture of deep learning. And these all are the libraries name, that is TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras. Then after learning this overall process, you are having the knowledge of language of Python, mathematics knowledge, machine learning types, deep learning type, data cleaning process. Then finally, after upgrading the skills in this technology, that is after having the experience in these tools, you are getting the job in the company, and these are the job role for you people in the company. That is data scientist, machine learning engineer, NLP engineer, and so on. So these are the different designation in the company of the data science professional. Topmost is the data scientist. I recommended all the participant, if you are planning to learn this technology, so data scientist, go for data scientist, because data scientist is the topmost position in the company and with a good package. So finally, these are the team role in the company: data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, and machine learning scientist. Data engineer, please remember my that diagram ABC. Part number 8 is big data engineering, responsible for collecting and storing the data related to project. This is the data engineer responsibility. Okay, and for that purpose they are using the tools called SQL and Hadoop and Python. So this is the data engineer. Finally, data analyst in the part number B, first team, data science team, is called as data analyst. They are responsible for analyzing, visualizing, and interpreting the data related to your project, that is cleaning the data. For that purpose, they are using the tool called Python language, mathematics knowledge, and visualization knowledge called Tableau, Power BI, and so on. And finally, after data scientist, machine learning scientist, that is machine learning is the person, those who know which algorithm we have to apply. So for that purpose, they are having the knowledge of Python language, visualization knowledge, they are having the deep learning knowledge, they are having the mathematics knowledge. So this knowledge machine learning team is having. And finally, data scientist, versatile person in the company, that is hero. This data scientist is responsible for finding the hidden information from the data. Data scientists know how to clean the data, Python. That means one data scientist can act as a data analyst or act as a machine learning scientist also. So data scientist is the versatile engineer responsible for finding everything from the data. So become a data scientist, I will like to suggest. And finally, these are the team in the company: data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, machine learning, and so on. And finally, after getting the job in company, this kind of application you are going to make in the company. For example, I am after my this session, I am going to give one just fast overview about practical how we are detecting the cancer. So we are applying the artificial intelligence technology in biological domain in different way. Drug discovery, personalized treatment, smart electronic health record, disease identification, radiology, clinical trial, and so on. There are n number of AI or data science application in the biological domain. We are using that. For me, biology is one domain and I know all the technical process. And for me, biology is one domain. Suppose if I am not having the biological domain knowledge, so we are taking the help from biological expert, and biological expert and I will be sitting together to solve the project. That is the concept we are doing in the company. And finally, these are the various applications of machine learning, again in biological term, bioimage informatics. That means we are observing the genes also. Genomics is also one kind of application, very hot application in the world of machine learning and data science, drug design analysis, and so on. This is all the process of application of data science and machine learning in the medical applications. And finally, there are different applications also. That means speech recognition, Alexa, okay, of Siri, Alexa of Amazon, Siri of Apple, Google. This application we are making in the company called as robotics industry. Okay, robotics industry means where we are giving the intelligence to the robot artificially. This is the application. Automatic machine translation from one language to another we are using in the company. Finally, instant visual translation, automatic driverless car we are making in the company. Transportation companies are using data science and machine learning. Food companies Zomato and Swiggy are using the data science and machine learning. And finally, what are the challenges we people are facing in the company? I am going to give you within a very short period. Don't worry. So I up to this slide, one concept is very clear to all of you, I guess. Everything in the world of data science, machine learning is data. We are totally depend on the word data. That's why data is declared as the new oil, information, and asset in the company. So whenever in the company we are working on any project, but we are not getting the data related to that project, that is the biggest challenge we are facing in the company. Suppose I am working on any disease, but I am not getting the data of that disease very easily. That is the biggest challenge we people are facing in the company. Second challenge we are facing in the company, we are not getting skilled manpower to work on that technology. That is skilled professional. Many colleges are also blaming that companies are not coming for recruitment. I am talking about tier 3 colleges. So obviously skills are not there in that student. That's why companies are not visiting. Many times startup management is not giving financial support to R&D department of data science team. Many times unavailability and access of data we are facing in company. Data is with the third party. They are not giving permission to access. And there are privacy issues in the data collection. For example, if I will ask you people, please collect the cancer patient data from hospital, and I will go to collect cancer patient data, that hospital will say that who are you? We should have a first agreement, then we can go ahead. And finally, lack of domain expert we are having. So this is the process we are following in the company. And lastly, how we can make a career in this field, learn these skills, machine learning, deep learning, and so on. And after learning all these skills, apply in all industry. All industries are waiting for you people to give you a job once you upgraded yourself in this direction. And finally, what is the today's takeaway? Today's takeaway that we came to know, if we are working in the data science domain, this is the life cycle. Any project we are working on, that is the business objective. Project name is a business objective. And always remember, companies is selecting only those business objective, those who are having the business. Okay. So after having the project name, so we are collecting the data related to project. After that, we are collecting the data, then we are analyzing and visualizing and interpreting the data. After that, we are giving to machine learning team for applying algorithm. Output of algorithm is model. We are testing that model, that is evaluation. After that, we are giving to deployment team to convert that model in form of real-time application so that common public can use. And finally, you are monitoring that. So this is the life cycle we have gone through. And finally, we came to know data science means what? It is the process to find hidden information from data. Different technical tools we are using. What is that technical tools? Knowledge of Python, mathematics, visualization and algorithm. These four: knowledge of Python, mathematics, visualization and algorithm. When we apply to data, data will reveal hidden information. So different job roles we have gone through, different application and challenges we have gone through. So finally, I have found that many participants when learning this technology is having planning of learning, but they are having wrong approach. They are expecting to learn data science and machine learning within 1 and 2 months from any online certification and from any institute, and directly they are doing rocket science project without knowing the basic concept. Directly they are doing the rocket science project. So this is the wrong approach. So at the end of the day, you will not hit a target. Please see the left side diagram. You will not hit a target. But what is the right approach? This is the right approach. Don't keep any time duration. Learn the basic concept of data science and machine learning. Learn the mathematics behind that. After learning everything very easily, then do small project first, baby step project, and understand the working behind that baby step project. Once you are confident on that, then do the big project, do the internship, case study, participate in hackathon, and build your profile very strong. And finally, you will hit the target. So that's all about my today's theoretical webinar. I hope that a picture of data science is very clear to all of you. My name is Arpit Yadav, and I'm working as a research scientist in AI ML domain. This is my LinkedIn ID. If you want to connect me in mobile, and if you want to connect me in my email ID also, you can connect. So this is the world of data science. And finally, I will be showing only within 5 minutes how we are using this data in the world of cancer detection. So this is Python, and this tool is called as Jupyter. I don't know that participants are aware of this Jupyter notebook or not, but I'm showing you a just journey how we are using that. So our topic name is breast cancer detection using machine learning algorithm. So what we are doing, first of all, collecting the data related to the project. So we are having the data of breast cancer in the Python language only. So in see, I don't know how the cancer is happening. Honestly speaking to you people, I am from engineering background. This is a medical topic. So in the cancer, there are two types of cell, benign and malignant. Okay, so these are the two cells from which we are declaring that if the malignant cell is there, so the patient will be having a cancer, or if the cell is benign, then patient is not having the cancer. So that we are doing. So what we are doing, that means we are reading the data with the help of this data science library. See, these are the data science library. So this data science library I have shown to you in my slides also, 7 library. After learning the Python language, you have to learn this data science library on the top position. Once you learn this library, then these libraries are we are using this library for data analysis and data cleaning. So we are using this library, and after importing this library, whenever you are learning any language, so we are importing the library related to that projects. So these are the library, data science library. After that, we are loading the cancer patient data, which is available in that library itself. Load breast cancer data. So this data set is already ready-made available in this library. So we are using and loading that data with the help of this library. So we are having the cancer patient data available, and that cancer patient data after reading and analysis will look like this. Okay, this is the middle analysis initial level. But finally, when we are converting in terms of table, so this is a data science, or what we can say, breast cancer data set. So I am not knowing the meaning of this mean area, mean smoothness. So that's what, if I am not knowing the meaning of this, we are hiring the domain expert from the company who knows the breast cancer domain very well. So we are hiring the doctor, and the doctor is helping us to know what is the mean area of the cell, what do you mean by the mean parameter of the cell, perimeter of the cell. And finally, in the last column, this target column is having the information. 0 means this patient is not having the cancer. That means it is a benign cell. So this is the past information of patient. Patient number 0, patient number 1, and patient number 2. And these are the medical input of that patient. Medical inputs of that patient we are collecting. And finally, we are analyzing. This is called as overall analyzing process in the world of data science. We are analyzing that data, that column names and its data type. And after that, we are visualizing the data also. See, I will show that data visualization. This is the data visualization. See, this is the graph. This is the graph we are analyzing in with respect to each variable in the company. And finally, That means there are different type of visualization we are doing. Again, this is the visualization. Out of the complete patient available in the data set, how many is having the cancer, how many is not having cancer. So 0 means not cancer. So up to 230 patient is not having cancer, and up to 350 patient is having cancer. 1 means that patient is having cancer. So that kind of analysis we are doing. This analysis is helping us to know that in the given data set, more cancer patient is available, because one information is more and 0 information is less. So this is called as data analysis. And finally, after doing this all kind of analysis, this is analysis. After doing all kind of analysis, we are applying the algorithm. And these are the algorithm. See, these are the algorithm. Right now, it will be very earlier to explain this, because might be you are not knowing this. Thus, I am showing the tour, how we are applying this algorithm, or after cleaning the data and after applying the algorithm is ready for prediction. That means it is going for prediction. So in this way, we people are working in the company in any project. And first of all, we are working only when the data related to that project is available. So that's all about my today's session. I hope so that you people have enjoyed this today's session. Now, if you want to contact me, you can reach me out in this information. And now open for doubt solving session. If anyone or any participant is having any doubt, please feel free to ask me the doubt. Thank you very much.